G'day guys, and welcome back to Yeagarup Hill versus Callcup Hill. This is part 2, and if you're enjoying this content and you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing, as it helps me out in a big way. Okay guys, I hope you enjoy this episode. Alrighty, left camp now, as you can see, and on our way through the forest over to Callcup Hill. So rather than go around the long way on the bitumen, you can actually cut through the forestry roads and make your way to the top of Callcup Hill from there. So that is what we are doing. So still a bit overcast, but it's not too bad. It's still a little bit coolish, but that's okay. We are second week in summer, so the heat hasn't really kicked in yesterday, although on the sand dunes yesterday it did feel rather warm until we got down the beach, but yeah, all good. Anyhow, over to Callcup, so we will see you over there where we'll test our skills in cars on that big monstrosity. Alright, cheers guys. Well, here we are at the top of the infamous Callcup Hill. Excuse me if I'm a little bit out of breath. I've been running the camera up hills. We're about to go down. We're just dropping our tyres down to 10 psi because it is super soft. You can feel it under feet. So one thing I have noticed as soon as we got here, and the ranger we spoke to yesterday did mention this, the turnaround loop at the top of Callcup has now been fenced off. So you literally have to come up the hill and go straight off. If you try and turn around up here, I don't think you'll be able to do it, but we'll give it a crack. But yeah, alright. He did say that they've spent some time fencing off some sensitive areas for the traditional owners, and I don't have a problem with that. Nobody else is using it. Yeah, looks pretty good. That is the view from the top of Callcup. We're going to go down the bottom and show you how difficult this hill can be. Alright, so tyre pressures?
Truth or lie? Lie? 25. Truth? 12.
12, alright. I've let them all out. There's no PSIs left. No, I'm down to 10. Actually, I think I'm 10 and a half in the front because turning.
Yeah.
Just they need that little bit. It's that little bit. Apparently that little bit makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, well, I went to 12, so if I cock it up, I've got somewhere to go.
Yeah.
So if I start at 10 and cock it up, I'm in deep shit.
I'm all in.
I got to be honest, we've been here quite a bit, and that's the softest I've ever seen it at the top.
Yeah.
And where they've put that fence is probably not ideal.
No.
But, yeah.
But being a Saturday morning, it hasn't had all the weekend warriors here, so it's not as chopped up as it normally is. So
it is what it is, and if we can't get off, we just work out the summertime trip.
that's right. We'll go another way if there is another way.
If there is another way.
Otherwise, we'll be winching all the way up.
No, that's hard.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah,
hard.
it
We'll
is,
camp
yeah.
down here for a couple of days.
Yeah, we could do. All right, let's get into it.
No worries.
How you doing, Gaz?
Do you know how I said I had somewhere to go? I'm going there. That wasn't even close. Not even close.
Down to 10. 8. 5. Righty ho, that is part 1 done. You can see down there, it's fairly steep already. And I can tell you, it's pretty soft. 10 psi is the magic number. 12 was just that little bit too much, so it goes to show. A couple of psi makes a world of difference. So, all right, now to take on the second half. Whoa, that was, I didn't think I was going to get that. That started getting super soft, and this turnaround point up the top is a bit more difficult, but yeah, whoa, stoked with that first shot. Excellent. That was, yeah, I gave that the everything, and the diff locker as well. So 10 PSI diff lock and the everything thrown at it, and I got up. Cool.
Okay, I worked it out. I cocked up down the bottom because I thought I'd just hold third all the way up. Because you're getting up towards red line, so you're going to keep feathering the throttle. Up here I thought, yeah, it's going okay, so I grabbed fourth and got into it. And I could stay in it because I wasn't up past the red line. And it just ate it all the way to the top, right till you get to the top, and when you lift off and kind of buried yourself a bit. You know, shit happens. I got out
that
of
turnaround point probably needs a little bit of work. But I had the everything on. All of it, all the noise, all the throttle, every bit of throttle, everything was on, including at the turnaround point.
I was going to say, I even locked my glove box.
Glove box was locked in. How'd you go, Paul?
Yeah, not too bad.
Too bad?
Yeah, she went up there, fourth and to the floor in low range.
Right.
And made it up there, okay.
Right, awesome. All right.
She's pretty soft.
She is pretty soft.
She's soft, softer I've seen it.
Well, that's the first time ever on Callcup I haven't made it and had to reverse back down and have another go.
I would have to say on this occasion, I would find Callcup harder.
Yeah, but 100%. I've always rated Yeagarups harder to get up than Callcup, because Yeagarups is just go from the bottom, and here you get a little bit of respite in the middle.
Yeah.
But this is as soft as I've ever seen it. And like I say, it's the first time down here in any vehicle I had to well, I couldn't make it, had to reverse back down and drop more PSI out.
So-
Like that 2 PSI down to 10 made a heap of difference, but still you just can't hold third in this because you've got to feather the throttle.
Yeah.
4th gear, and I was surprised. I was ready to snatch third at the top where it's real soft, and didn't have to.
I held third, I just didn't look at the rev meter. That way I don't know.
I have all the alarms going, you know. EGT's 625 over revved. It's like bing, 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 bing. Oh, shut up.
Yes,
Slap it around.
Yes, you're not a Jeep. Oops, sorry, Paul. Alright, shall we hit the beach?
Yeah, we go back down. I've never actually driven this sidetrack.
Take the bypass road?
Yeah, take the bypass.
Alright, let's go. Alright, cool. Here we are on the other side of the Warren River, and it looks pretty deep. Although tide's out, you could probably get across going that way. I don't think you could get back, but we'll have a look at this drop off down here anyway. Oh yeah, I reckon that's actually doable, but then it depends how soft it is up there where the water's running out. So but that's the Warren River mouth. Tide out, you could probably do it. Tide in, water comes right up to here. So. Oh, it's doable.
Easy.
Get through that up there.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Yeah, not sure.
As long as we do it before the tide comes in.
Yeah, that's it.
Right now's a good time. Easy. Yeah. Wait an hour or so, not so easy.
Yeah. Well, you can see some tyre marks going through there. Someone's done it.
Yeah,
so,
it's not hard at all.
Yeah, I reckon that's doable, but not for us. Alright, I'm actually just going to walk across this mouth just to see how soft it is. And I can feel my ankles going deep there. Firm through here. The fair old current pushing out. And there's some really soft stuff on this side. So, although it looks doable, it is quite soft underfoot, and I'm actually getting pushed to the left. So, thinking about doing it just for the hell of it, but I don't know, it just feels a little bit too soft underfoot. Out the other side is alright. This is what it looks like. That is fresh water coming out of there, salt water to my right. So I'm just going to try a slightly shallower line. Yeah, no, there's still some soft stuff under there. Put a 2.5 ton vehicle on it, I reckon she might sink. Oh, yeah, nah, my foot's just gone right down. Right down. So, yeah, that's a no from me, and it's rather fresh. Alright. Oh, there seems to be a crowd up by the car. Oh, God, my feet just went right down there. Yeah, no, there's too much soft stuff in there. That is just not worth it. If it was hard, I'd drive across there, but yeah. It's not worth it, and we don't actually need to get on that side. We're camping on that side tonight, so yeah. I've actually got some guys on motorbikes here that are keen on crossing this, so we're just coming down to the lower level just in case they get into trouble. We've got our winches and stuff to help pull them out, but they're going to actually give it a crack, so we'll show you what they get up to. I think you'd take his boots off, wouldn't you? There you go, a couple of iffy ones there, and even the second car that went through there almost got stuck trying to get out. So if you want to do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. You don't have to do it, so we don't have to do it, so we'll tackle this one another day. Alright, trying a different camera angle because that other mount just doesn't seem to want to work properly. Alright, we're going to head out of here. It's a bit too early to go to camp, so we're going to head out up here and head up to the other river that's further up here, and maybe sit there for a little while, have some lunch, and then contemplate going to camp. So yeah, some interesting stuff there, watching the guys and the bikes go across, but that's what I mean. It was a little bit soft in places, and if we had to cross that, we would cross it. But that water is also very salty, so I'm not going to put my car in salt water just for the hell of it. If I had to cross it, I would cross it, but I don't have to cross it, so I'm not going to. Alright guys, we're going to go for a burn up the beach, and we'll probably see you up at the other river crossing up here. Alright, cheers. That's the smaller river further up. We can actually cross it more inland, so to speak, so the water's fresh rather than going through the salt wash, which is okay. So we've just crossed that, and yeah, we might just sit on the beach for a while and think about when we're going to have some lunch and just take in the serenity of this area, because there's nobody else around apart from him and him and him. Alright, what are you doing, Gav?
Well, driving down there, I can see myself going off that drop off, nose diving, and that'll be all she wrote. If I can get down that, I'll get across that.
So you can try the bonus line when we leave?
Absolutely, that's what it's there for. Would it be one of our trips without a winch recovery? Serious.
This is true. I'll tell you what, is it 12 o'clock somewhere?
Yeah, somewhere.
Somewhere?
Somewhere.
Time for a refreshing beverage? No, could be. What the hell? We're on holidays, aren't we? Are we?
Yeah.
We on holidays? Or are we working? I never quite work it out.
How's this health food shit?
Health food? It's great.
Hey, come on, get this on film. hey, kid, look, health food. Health food. One person only.
Cheers to the health food.
You know who you are.
Not me, him. Alright, Gary's going to give this a go. What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, do you reckon a little bit of left hand down?
Yeah, I reckon a bit of left hand down, mate, when you come up to it.
Okie dokie, here we go. The bonus line. This could be anything, I can't see bugger all. Bonus line for the win.
What are you worried about?
That was a whole lot easier than I expected.
Funny how when you first look at it, it looks difficult, but it's actually quite easy.
It was very simple, but when you get there and you can't see anything, I thought maybe a little bit of wee might have come out. No, that's easy.
Alright, time to... Is it too early to go to camp?
Nah,
It's never too early, is it? No.
it's never too early. Look at the shit that's in my bull bar.
Gary's got a bit of sand in his bull bar.
I'm going to clean that when I get home, and it ain't going to be me.
I think it will be.
I'm betting definitely.
Alright, so just come back up Callcup Hill again. There's actually a bypass track that you can do for the bottom section, so you don't have to do that section if you don't want to. It's a little bit steep, it's not too bad, but the trouble is you lose your momentum for this next section here. So I had to go back and get another run up, but look at that view from down there. Ocean looks so inviting, doesn't it?
I'm at the top of the
I don't know if you can see that, but yeah.
Okay, we'll stay there, mate, because I'm just about to get a run up and take off for the top section.
No, Gary's about to come up, so I better get out of his way. All right, next stop, we're going to head through the track here. Hopefully we'll get one of those bush camps. Nobody in there, fingers crossed, and we're going to have an early afternoon in camp and sink a few beverages, I reckon. All right, Gary should be on his way in a second. Alright guys, camp is set up, which means the usual cheers with a ginger beer. We are in the bush camp at the top of Callcup Hill, so a couple of kilometres from the top of Callcup Hill. Everybody knows the bush camp, so I don't mind giving these away. And it's all free, it's all ours. all belongs to us, so it's good. Alright, I'm just going to download today's footage. Got a fair bit of footage to get through from this morning, so we're in camp reasonably early, just after lunch, so we've got an afternoon to relax, download some footage, talk about this morning's proceedings, and knock a few of these back, I reckon. Alright, cheers guys. Alright, so how do I sum up the weekend? As I've said before, normally I would find Yeagarup Hill the harder of the two, simply because there's no respite in between the bottom and the top. Callcup Hill has 3 stages. Off the beach is a hill off the beach, track to a launch pad. First stage, there's like another launch pad, down, flat a little bit, and then up to the top of it. Whereas Yeagarup Hill has just straight up. It's straight up, left-hand curve, not much of a run-up if you go from the launch pad, but if you come from the other track, there's a bit of a run-up. So I've always found Yeagarup Hill to be the tougher of the two. However, on this occasion, on this trip, I actually found Callcup a lot harder, because I don't know whether it was just warmer or what it was, but it just seemed the cars worked harder, and there was a couple of moments there on both sections where I did wonder if I was actually going to make it. So yeah, Callcup, I would say on this occasion was the harder of the two, but normally I would find Yeagarup Hill harder. But yeah, definitely Callcup was the most challenging. And even coming up after we'd had some fun down on the beach, it was still a little bit of a struggle. We came up the bypass track. There's a bypass track on the bottom section of Callcup Hill, and I had to stop and wait for the rest of the crew, and trying to actually get going was a bit difficult in itself, but eventually we got there. But yeah, my thoughts for this weekend is, I think on this occasion, Callcup was definitely the hardest.
Paul here in the Jeep Wrangler. We're just finishing up with our trip down here, Callcup, Yeagarup. What I found worked best for my Jeep was down at 10 psi and 4th gear or 3rd gear low range, and keep the revs up. The Jeep doesn't make too much power down low, so you've got to keep the revs up. So low range and keep the revs up, making up the hill. Been here a few times, and I found that that was the best compromise in gear selection.
Yeah, hey guys, just a bit of a debrief on what we've been doing the last couple of days. Interesting, I've been down here a number of times. First time in a long time we came down here, and it was really soft. Going up Yeagarup dunes, I struggled a little bit on the exit ramp, but we get that. Long and the short of it, I think what you'll really notice is Callcup Hill. Normally I don't find that as being a problem whatsoever. I was on 12 psi, and realistically not a chance in hell of making it up there on 12 psi. It was really soft. Lowered the tyre pressures down to 10. I won't say walked up it, it was still a little bit of a struggle, but the 2 psi made a hell of a difference. We did then the bypass track around the bottom part of the Callcup Hill. Nice and easy. It was very, very soft when you started to go up the main part of the hill itself. And again, that just come back down to the way I drove the vehicle, more so than using the gears. I thought I'll hold 3rd gear and drive it up there. That wasn't going to happen. I needed to use 4th. As soon as I selected the right gear with the right tyre pressures down at 10, it was nice, and I won't say again easy, but it was very comfortable to come up there at 10 psi. So the difference that the 2 psi made was phenomenal. And the whole point behind it, I'm not saying I stuffed up, I didn't, in my opinion. it was the simple fact of the matter is that I was going on past experience coming up and down there. I've never had to have more than one go at making up either of those tracks, whereas this time I had to have a couple of goes. And the simple fact of the matter is conditions change very rapidly. It was warm today, the sand was very soft, and the 2 psi, which is not very much when you look at it, but realistically it's at probably 14% when we're talking a percentage ratio, made the world of difference. So when you're driving, I think that the takeaway message from here is to not drive by what you did last time you were here or the time before or the times gone by, is to actually physically drive to the conditions. When I lowered those tyre pressures down to 10 psi, it was nice. I won't say simple, but it was nice and comfortable and made it there without a problem whatsoever. So anyway, just to take away from that is drive to the conditions, drive to the capabilities of your vehicle, and have fun, because we had fun, and getting stuck or not making it was no big deal. It was not the end of the world. The whole point was it was something that everyone could have a laugh at. Yeah, people had a laugh at my expense, but at the end of the day, it was genuinely fun, and we could relive those when we're back at camp, which we are now, having a drink, and laugh at each other. And that's the whole point about being out there and enjoying yourself. You've got to go out, have fun, enjoy yourself, and if you don't get it right the first time, just take it on the chin, move forward, get it right the second time or the third time or sometimes the fourth time as it took, and enjoy yourself, which is what we did. Anyway, thanks very much guys, hope you enjoyed this video.
Alright guys, we have left camp next morning obviously. Not a lot around camp yesterday afternoon, just spent some time downloading footage, catching up on some talk with the guys because we haven't been out for a while, and yeah, just basically had a lazy afternoon around camp. It was quite enjoyable. So heading out today where we will end the trip at the end of this track, so we will show you a little bit more of it, and we'll see you at the end. All right. Alright guys, well sadly that's where this adventure ends, right at the information hut. Get my head out the way. At the entry point on the Callcup side of Don Tricasto National Park. So yeah, interesting adventure. Great place to come and visit down here. Yeagarup and Callcup all serve up their fair share of challenges, and I like to think we conquered all of them. So apart from the March flies, they are horrendous down here, and it's only December. There's that joke. Anyhow guys, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. If you want to become a channel member and help support our travels, head over to YouTube on your laptop or your PC. You cannot do it from a mobile device. Hit that join button, sign up to gold or higher, and you will get access to these videos before anybody else. You can comment, like and watch them as many times as you like for a small fee per month, and that goes a long way to helping me produce content for you. Another way you can help out is head over to the web shop, grab yourself some merch. Every little bit helps, guys. Appreciate your help. Another way you can help is if you want some great cleaning products for your car, head over to www.saltycaptain.com.au. Make sure you go to the Australian site. Use my affiliate code PaulG15 and you will get 15% off all of their products. It's a great discount and it is a great product. Trust me, I'll be fair bit of beach sand underneath my car. I'll be heading home and giving it a good wash with the Salty Captain products, because it's all anti-corrosive gear, so it's really good for it. All right guys, again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Cheers.
Swinging in the stars of my soul.